Everybody, it's Brian Nemhauser at Hawkblogger on Twitter and Instagram, and just finished up another practice here for the Seahawks, giving you instant reactions from it. Um, Interesting day. Some interesting conversations today with Derek Young, with Laviska Shenault, with Trey Brown, and then the practice itself was interesting. So the piece that I'll call out first that kind of jumped out to me, I'll play this sound probably tomorrow on the Hawkblogger Morning Show, but Laviska, I asked him, like, do you feel like the coaches are starting to learn how to use your unique skills? And he just smiled and said, yes, I'm going to leave it at that. So I think I've noticed that they are using him a lot more, and I think they're using him in a lot more ways. And I think that is only good news for the Seahawks. I think he gives them a unique skill set. I think that's a big deal. Derek Young, a great conversation with him. The interview's up for all club level and higher members on YouTube. It'll be available for everyone else later, but give a listen to that if you didn't already. Derek Young's got a really interesting story and background. And this is a guy that was a 4'9", 40 athlete that became a 220-pound 4'5", 40 guy. And I think that shows. I'm going to give you guys a quick look behind me here. You can watch the guys running. I think you can see them running up on the berm here as I do the show. So that is the berm crew kind of doing their thing. But anyway, so as far as Derek goes, I think he hasn't been used yet as a runner as much. This is a guy that had over 300 yards rushing in his last few seasons in college, and has the potential to be a big part of the ground game as well. But the coaching staff loves his blocking, and he takes pride in that. They love his special teams play. And so I think this guy is a big part of this team and certainly has the respect of the coach. So got a question here from Isaac, one of our members, asking who started the berm running tradition. That was actually Miles Adams started that tradition. He and Mike Morris joined him, and then Byron Murphy, then Adam Dirty. And as of now, I think there's some offensive guys doing it up there. I see Jake Bobo and DK. It looks like exclusively offense. I think Cody White, JSN, Ty Scott. So a bunch of the guys are running the berm there on offense, and I think some of the coaching staff is as well, trying to make out who some of them are. There they go up the berm. I think I can get this for you guys without getting in trouble. But hopefully you can see deep in the background there, guys running the berm. But I think it's a cool thing. I love the idea of working that hard together, and good news to see that just continuing to be something they're working on. As far as practice goes, interesting to see. I mean, still continued. Connor Williams got more reps today in team drills, continuing to build up. He's still not doing 1v1s, but working back in. Nothing particular to note other than he's there. I would also say that the competition at right guard continues. Christian Haynes, Anthony Bradford rotating. I thought Christian Haynes got more reps today with the ones. He had some trouble at times. I think that they may have intentionally made things as hard as possible on him, which is good. But like in 1v1s, I was seeing them give him some pretty tough matchups, and he had some tough times in 1v1 today. So, a growing day for the rookie. Nothing awful, but just, some stuff that wasn't perfect. And then Anthony Bradford did his thing. And like I said, they rotated. Laken Tomlinson looked like he tweaked something a little bit during one warm-up session, but he played the whole day because that's what Laken Tomlinson does. End of the practice ended with Kayvon Wallace stepping in front of a pass from Sam Howell for a pick six on a 2-minute drill. Sam Howell was actually humming the ball pretty well. He had thrown a nice pass to Laviska Shenault with his first pass down the field, down the seam, then hit Tyler Mayberry for a quick out. Then he hit, Cody White for another quick out. So they're moving the ball down the field. And then the next play was throwing another quick out, and Kayvon Wallace jumped the route, stepped right in front of it, and took it the whole way. You could hear Mike McDonald at the end of practice saying, let's get together, let's celebrate. I think that was a way that he likes to end practice. A lot of times practice ends with an offensive touchdown or an offensive play. So I think good thing for Mike McDonald to be able to end practice on a defensive note. Other things today in practice, I would just say up and down day for Geno Smith. He had some great plays, as he almost always does, but also, should have been picked off by Tyrese Knight at one point. I think he was picked off by Kobe Bryant, if I'm remembering right. And so, it was kind of a back and forth. And we're at the point now where the defense and the offense are going toe-to-toe. And it's not as much one group is dominating the other group. It's kind of play-by-play. I will note, there seemed to be like a lot of camaraderie in practice today between the offense and the defense in a way that feels different than it had earlier in camp. I don't know how much that trip to Nashville, just was a big team bonding thing, and maybe that's showing up. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. But as one example, during 1v1s where offensive line's going against the defensive line, it's usually a pretty chippy drill, and we've seen a number of pushing, shoving matches over the weeks. There wasn't any of that. There was actually like this big oohs and ahs from the defense when a guy would make a move. Like Sonny Anderson had a great spin move, and defense just went crazy, the defensive line. Then the offense would go crazy when an offensive lineman would make something. And Charles Cross and Leonard Williams seemed to be like teasing each other. And then at the end, they all kind of came together, and Leonard Williams and Charles Cross kind of, they jumped and shoulder bumped. It was kind of cool to see that group kind of take another step in their kind of chemistry as an overall team. There's also a funny play in 1v1s where Jaron Reed was going up against, I can't remember who, but he continued the play past when it was really over and tackled the coach who holds the football and brought him all the way to the ground. And Leonard Williams tried to knock it out for a fumble, but it was funny, man. It was like having a good time. They were working hard, but having a good time. Otherwise, like I said, Kobe Bryant had a pick today. Kayvon Wallace had a pick today. Tariq Woolen had some nice pass breakups. DK Metcalf had his normal cadre of amazing catches, big plays. Overall, I would say slight push to the defense for the day, but, it was really it was back and forth. So, trying to think if there's anything else that jumped out at me. I'll try to look back at my notes later and see if anything I would add. But, I think Esop Wiston got some time with the ones today, getting some reps with Geno. He's earned it for sure. AJ Barner. AJ Barner getting a ton more reps now with the injuries at the tight end spot. There was one point he had 3 straight catches in practice from, I think it was Sam Howell. And really, he's growing. I think this is going to be helpful for his development that he's getting these extra reps. Brady Russell had another good day, and even, some snaps out of the backfield, fullback snaps. So good to see his versatility. And some interesting, I can't go into detail, but some interesting third down plays that I saw, different ways that they're lining people up and how that kind of played out. So, Ryan Grubb's offense, I'm looking forward to seeing this in full action here real soon. But just a solid day. It was raining, I should say, for a good part of practice. And then, of course, like Seattle, it's now hot and sunny. So, luckily, I don't think anyone slipped. I didn't see any real issues that way. So I think everyone hopefully came out healthy. But Yeah, that was practice today. Good day overall. Some growth and development from different players, and you know, another step towards Connor Williams, kind of building up his his reps. I'm seeing him still on the field working with coaches one-on-one, just kind of going through some stuff, and he's asking questions and they're responding. I think I also saw Olu, you know, talking to Connor, trying to learn from, like, it was Olu asking Connor questions. So I think it could be really helpful for Olu's development to have someone like Connor in the room that he can ask questions to, because, you know, he hasn't really had a vet the level of Connor Williams to be able to learn from, and that could be helpful for him. All right, folks, I'm going to ask you, if you haven't already, to click like and subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it. We're up to like 11.4 thousand subscribers on YouTube. I'd love to get that to 12. If you haven't gone to Instagram yet and followed us there, Ad Hoc Blogger, got a bunch of new content coming out. We've got someone who's been working on short content, so that's showing up on YouTube and on Instagram. Really could use your help growing the Instagram channel. Still only like 500 or so followers over there. Would love to get at least to 1,000 soon. And then looking forward to this week, where Saturday I will be in the press box covering my first game in the press box from Lumen Field for the final game of the season, final game of the preseason, I should say. And yeah, a lot of good stuff coming up. So we'll have Real Hawk Talk tomorrow night with Nathan Ernst and Evan Hill. And then I'll have Hawk Blogger Mornings in the morning. So keep an eye, oops, still getting used to this gimbal from Detail. Keep an eye on the channel for that information and those shows, and greatly appreciate everybody that has tuned in. All right, folks, I got a jet. I will see you all later. Hope you have a great rest of the day.